Good evening, passengers, and welcome to the Derailers Podcast. On today's episode, we're talking about sweet desserts. Oh yeah. So sit back, relax with a big bowl of ice cream and some caramel sauce or maybe some cotton candy, because we're about to tickle your sweet tooth. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Derailers Podcast. I'm Ripken.
I'm Jenny Bean.
I'm Goobs.
And we are all sitting in the same room.
And it's amazing,
It's
and I'm
fucking
so
great.
happy.
It's a first. It's been a long time
Yes,
since
it
we got to
has.
do this. Sit all together and record
It's
a
been at least
Derailers
2
podcast.
episodes.
Hey, man.
And you're all about to get your just desserts.
Delicious.
Because we are talking about delicious after-meal treats.
Oh, so yummy.
Or sometimes before meal. I don't know how you guys like to do things. Maybe you want maybe you go to Mandarin and you get your ice cream before you get your prime rib
Like, get
and
your
chicken
Jello
balls.
cubes.
Those are always had like a texture to them. Like on the outside, it was like a little.
Oh, the film?
Skin.
Yes.
It's
the
like,
film.
I imagine that's like the one way, like, you can pretend you're a cannibal by eating the film off
Of
of
the
Jello
Jell-O.
and or a pudding.
Yep, no, I
Like,
agree
you pull
with
that
you.
off, it has the same consistency as skin.
Of like dry skin, yeah, like when you go peel a sunburn or something. Yeah.
Like, it's eating scabs.
So you're just gonna see like a Buffalo Bill at a Mandarin.
Buddy has his
Cool.
fucking dick and balls tucked between his legs, dancing to wild horses.
Just waiting for the skin of the Jello.
The skin's not set yet.
It puts the lotion on the Jello.
Okay, buddy, you gotta fucking go.
Sir, you have to pull your chicken balls out of your legs and get the hell out of our restaurant.
And your cocktail shrimp.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's funny.
Right away, we're into Chinese food. Perfect.
I love Chinese food. So good.
Oh
it's
man,
awesome.
I could eat a bunch of cocktail shrimp.
I don't like
I
shrimp.
think I could eat a whole ring like Homer Simpson when he was at the all-you-can-eat buffet. He just keeps on eating shit.
Yes.
It's funny, every time we're at the grocery store, he'll like, because he likes shrimp, I don't, right? So he'll always like peruse the shrimp rings and look at them, and I'm like, you can buy yourself one. Like, I won't judge you if you eat it all. Like, I'm not going to help you eat it, but
Like, I think I could eat a double ringer. Like with the
probably.
with the two, like I'm talking like 60 to 100 shrimp. I think I could like
I mean,
eat
if you
that.
didn't eat all day, no problem.
It's definitely the type of thing the cashier would ring through and be like, "Oh, having a party, huh?" And you just gotta look and be, "Yeah, yeah."
Dinner.
For one.
Then you go
Or
home
just
and
start
eat it while crying.
Yeah, just start crying right there. Like, no.
6-pack of beer and a shrimp ring.
Hot date tonight,
This is my
sir.
life.
Your hot date with my TV.
But what would I eat for dessert after eating all that?
Good question.
Now, see, that's the thing with desserts. I find that it really depends on the meal for what the dessert's going to be. I mean, I love cheesecake. But there's certain things I don't want to eat a steak and then cheesecake. I don't know.
Steak and
Interesting.
cake?
You're having a whole that's a whole new discussion right there.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's
Trying
like
to
the
combo
intense
desserts with
food.
dinners.
My desserts mostly come like shit my grandma made. That's like
Yeah,
the
because
be-all,
you're not a
end-all.
big dessert person.
No,
For
but
you, it's more nostalgia.
when my grandma made
Of
desserts,
course,
like
yeah, of course.
her butter tarts with raisins in it. She made them without raisins, like.
Yeah, she sure did for
For
people like
you.
for me. Yeah,
Good
for
call.
me.
Good
Legit.
call.
But I like my butter tarts with raisins in it, and she like make the crust and everything. They're the most flakiest, most
So
butteriest, most heartiest thing you ever put in your mouth. But her coconut cream pie is the be-all
Is
end
your
all.
favorite?
Okay.
Is his favorite
Okay.
And like
ever?
I learned out that she did not make that from scratch. It was
No,
just
she
like,
bought the crust and just used the
oh
pre-made.
no, she would make the crust.
Oh, would she? Okay.
The crust would be the same stuff she made for the butter tarts.
Oh, okay, but the inside
But the
was
filling
like a pre
would just be like a pre-bought filling. You can get at Walmart or Zayre's or Freshco, anywhere you could go.
But do you notice though that when anybody else makes it, it's not the same?
No, it's not, because it's not made by her.
Exactly.
It's not made with love.
Yeah.
And like, it would always come with not whipped cream, and she put the whipped cream on per serving. Like,
Yeah, so it was nice
Cool.
and fresh.
and there'd
I
be
mean, I
whipped
didn't
cream
eat it,
fights
but-
within the family. People were just whipping whipped cream all over the fucking kitchen.
But that's the best thing about grandmas, though, man, is they would always they'd always make that dessert special for you. You know, like
Oh, trifle.
Like, my grandma would always make cherry cheesecake. That was her thing. But for me, because I don't like cherry, she would always make a square without cherries on it.
Your mom still does
And
that
my mom
to this
still does
day.
it for me because I'm like, I won't fucking eat it.
Same recipe.
Yeah, same recipe, everything. So
Have you guys ever had trifle?
I'm not a fan of trifle,
Yeah, no.
but yes.
No.
With they put
It's like cake,
sweet
fruit.
bread. like cake, I guess.
it's like
you
a
call
layered
it.
Like
thing,
a pound
yeah.
cake, yeah.
They
and then,
put my nan used to put bread on the outside of the bowl. They put like custard, Jello
Yeah,
with fruit
custard.
in it, and then like all sorts of different
my grandpa
shit.
always used to bring trifle too. Yeah, it's not my
Well,
thing.
your grandpa always brings fucking fruit
Christmas cake, fucking
Christmas
fruit
cake. Fruit
No,
cake.
before
That
we-
shit
when
can
we
fucking kick rocks.
So, by the way, there's a big fucking whole loaf of fruitcake for Christmas this year. And my mom's like, no one's going to eat it. I'm like,
No.
no, we're going to throw it at each other.
That can kick rocks.
Yeah, kick her off.
That's like low tier.
No
like,
one wants this.
dessert
You know,
food.
my grandpa loves it, so my Aunt Mary makes it every year. But usually she only sends him like a little loaf. But my mom's like, she sent this big fucking thing and I don't want it. Like, she's like, I have to wrap it in cheese. 'Cause I'm like, how does it even stay good? Apparently, you got to wrap it in cheesecloth soaked with rum and all this shit. And I'm like,
my
oh,
gosh.
rum, hey?
That might help.
You got me there.
I can't drive. I'm drunk off the fucking fruitcake.
Do we need to tell the story about how I got drunk off rum cake when I was 16 and when I was on a
That
cruise?
is a dessert. Go for it.
Yeah.
You
I pretty
picture-
much just told you the whole story. So, you know when you're like, if you're a girl, you will understand what I say when you're 16 years old. You do not want to go on a fucking family vacation with your stupid family. You want to hang out
True.
with your friends, smoke your fucking weed, party, do your own thing. So I was not a happy camper on this Caribbean cruise, which is very selfish and ridiculous of me because I was
Weird to look back and say
Yeah.
that, because today you'd be like, fuck yeah, Caribbean
Exactly,
cruise.
right? Like
Let's go.
I went to Jamaica, I went to Grand Cayman Islands, I went to Mexico, like I went some cool places, but I was a bitch about it. But the one day we went, there was everywhere we went, it was like rum cake. And rum cake in the Caribbean is like you pick it up and it is pouring out rum. So every fucking store we went to, I was like, rum cake, rum cake, rum cake. We got back to the ship. My mom and I were talking about it the other day. She's like, I think you were drunk. I'm like, I was full on fucking drunk. Like, I got drunk off rum cake. So there's always a joke in my family about me and rum cake now. That, like, you know, give her
Nice.
some rum cake, she'll calm down. Because my mom's like, that's the one day you had fun, I swear. You were so happy. I was like, yeah, because I was fucking shittered. It was great.
I am the worst person when it comes to desserts, because I've always told people, it's still to this day, and like people will even say it for me, I'm like, I'm not a big dessert guy.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of desserts. And then every time I say that, people immediately call me on it. And I hate it because they're immediately like, well, don't you like ice cream? I'm like, well, yeah, of course I like ice cream. Who doesn't like ice
Yeah.
cream? Okay, well, don't you like cake? And I'm like, well, I like some cakes.
Yes,
And they're like,
same
okay,
here,
so you like cake. And they're like, what about cupcakes? And I was like, yeah, I like cupcakes. And they're like, muffins? I'm like, yeah, I like muffins. And it's
I
like,
don't
fuck!
consider muffin a dessert.
I consider
though.
a muffin a meal, yeah. Like
Could that be a
meal
breakfast
food.
dessert though?
Yeah, it's a breakfast food, I think.
A breakfast
Honestly,
No, it's a
I think
breakfast
it,
dessert.
I think it
Do
depends
you
on the
have
type.
like your egg
I think
sandwich?
it depends on the type of muffin. Like a morning glory muffin could be considered a meal. A bran muffin
That
would be
sounds
like
sexual.
considered a meal. Like a
Where's
morning
their
meal.
banana just sticking out of this?
But like a chocolate muffin, like a chocolate chip muffin would not be like a breakfast thing, you know.
So I guess I do like desserts, and I
But
have
you're
to
just
stop
picky
saying,
about
yeah,
your desserts.
exactly.
And I'm the same
yeah.
way because I'm a very picky
Well, let's
eater.
break
like-
down some desserts right
Okay,
now.
let's start with what? Pie?
Let's start with cake.
Cake? Okay. Favorite kind of cake?
It has to be, to me, the rainbow sparkle
Oh, confetti
cake.
Ooh,
cake?
confetti
Yeah.
cake.
Confetti cake. That's the be-all.
Good call.
How many companies have made birthday cake
Flavored anything.
flavored
Yeah.
anything? Like,
Tons.
there's been Pop-Tarts, there's been cereal,
Yeah.
there's been absolutely everything that's birthday
Timbits.
cake flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
donuts.
Timbits up here in Canada.
Yeah, donuts. all
You
that
guys in America or in other places call them donut holes,
stuff. Yeah.
which is also sounds sexual.
So what about you, Ripken? Favorite cake?
I mean, if it's not the confetti cake, I'm just a plain old, like, give me chocolate or vanilla. I mean, I don't want any fruit or anything
Yeah.
in
I
there,
don't like
or no
those.
jam. And I just like the basic icing. If I have a vanilla cake, give me some chocolate icing on it. If I have a chocolate cake, I'll take some vanilla
I
icing
find
on
the
it.
You're more
icing too
adventurous
rich.
than me.
Like, I like a...
You like the whipped icing?
Yeah, like a buttercream icing.
Okay.
I'm more like that kind of tone, like not too sweet. I don't like sweet icing. I know people that get like hyped up when you get a cake and like there's a fucking like
That
inch and a
gas
half
icing,
of icing like on the end of it. Like, yeah, I got the icing part. Like, no, I don't want that at all.
Good for you. Eat it, Gerald.
So for me, if it's not confetti cake, I don't know. I hate chocolate cake. I hate chocolate icing. So it's either going to be vanilla or red velvet. I love red velvet cake
Okay.
with cream cheese icing.
Okay.
And if we're counting cheesecake, then cheesecake trumps all. But
I don't mind a carrot cake, to be
I
honest.
love carrot cake
carrot
too.
cake,
Yeah,
yeah.
have raisins
I
in it.
forgot
Same
about
here.
that.
Yeah.
And I don't like it with nuts either. Some people put
Yeah,
walnuts.
just
I'm
give me
not
a
a
normal
big fan.
carrot cake.
Yeah, same here.
Give me all the nuts and all the raisins. I'll eat it all.
I've even made carrot cake for Zim's birthday before because he loves carrot cake too.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
so what about-
that's
let's
pretty
get-
adventurous for me, to be honest, right there. Like,
100%. Yeah.
I'm eating my vegetables.
yeah, exactly.
It's a carrot, motherfucker.
Exactly. I say the
Carrots
same
are
thing when I
right.
eat French fries, though.
Same here. They're potatoes. They're just
Yeah.
cooked differently. So what's next? Pie?
All of them, besides pumpkin.
Yeah, you really like any kind of fruit pie.
Yeah, I'll eat like
You like an apple.
I'll eat a bumbleberry, I'll eat a strawberry rhubarb, I'll eat a blueberry pie, raspberry pie, I'll eat an apple pie, I'll eat everything pretty much besides pumpkin.
I am pretty much the opposite.
Same here.
Minus, like, I agree with you on the pumpkin. I'm with you there.
Boo.
But I can't,
Oh,
like,
coconut cream! I already mentioned that before, but now again.
I can't do, like, fruit-filled
Me neither.
desserts at all,
Me neither.
period.
100% cooked fruit. I don't fuck with.
So if there's, like,
You guys are fucked. The best.
You're fucked.
so, I mean, I have had, like, a good, like chocolate pie. Like a
Yeah,
chocolate
like a chocolate.
filled
Yep.
with
Chocolate
the...
cream pie or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm looking
That
for.
sounds gross to me.
No, they're
that's-
really good. It's just like chocolate pudding in a pie crust. pretty
Exactly.
much, with like a whipped cream.
Does
It's
it have the
delicious.
human skin on top?
Only if you cook it wrong. For me, I'm like you. I don't do cooked fruit in anything. It's a texture thing. I do
Yeah.
not like it.
Yep.
Fruit not cooked, fine, but cooked, fuck off. Like
Exactly.
Danishes, fuck you. The only pie I will eat is pumpkin
Danish.
pie. That's it. Nothing else. Only pumpkin, and only on the holidays. Obviously.
Interesting. Well, there's one pumpkin
That's
pie
not-
lover here.
Well,
What about cookies? Let's do cookies next.
I mean,
Cookies
who
are
doesn't
hard.
love cookies?
I know cookies are the best.
I mean, my mom makes a badass chocolate chip cookie.
Fucking right.
So, and I'm getting a little more adventurous with cookies because even I've started baking more
Nice.
cookies with the fiance. So we did like an orange zest cranberry cookie.
Oh my God, that is
like
fucking
I wouldn't put it in my top 10.
Yeah,
But like I ate the
adventurous.
cookie and I was like, okay, this is pretty good.
Nice.
Like so, I mean, I'm adventurous now with my cookies. But yeah, again, it just can't have nuts.
Yeah,
Or
fruit.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I mean, for homemade cookies, I love a good shortbread cookie. Like,
okay,
yeah, I
it
fuck
has
with
to be
shortbread.
iced to shit.
for you
For me to eat
because they're dry.
yeah, and like
they
same
are
with like
dry.
sugar cookies. Even.
Yeah,
like,
I love those too. But I do love like just a classic homemade chocolate chip cookie,
yeah,
or even like peanut butter cookies when you make them at home and you put the fork lines in them. Like,
yeah.
I
Except I don't do
love
peanut
it.
butter, but
oh yeah,
I know,
you
I know,
don't.
I know what you
That's
mean.
Right,
I know
that's
what you
right.
mean.
You know the lines I speak
do.
of, even though you
I
don't
do.
eat the peanut butter.
I always look forward to my mom coming to visit me because she doesn't bring me her cookies, which
You're like,
kind
whatever.
of sucks. But she has a family friend, who always bakes me chocolate chip cookies, like to the point
Awesome.
where I just like expect it now.
Yeah, if they don't come, it's like, what's wrong?
I'm going to be
Is she
very
okay?
disappointed.
Did she die on us? Oh no!
Where are my chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, what
I
happened?
need to restock.
What
Yeah.
about you, Goob's favorite cookie?
favorite cookie for me is my mom's recipe with sunflower seeds and M&M's and or Canadian Smarties.
It's
which
always Smarties, sir. It's never M&M's. When your wife makes it, at least.
That's interesting. Sunflower seeds.
Oh,
you would
yeah.
never think it would be good.
They're the bomb,
Let me
dude.
tell you.
In the shell?
No.
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 What the fuck?
No, that would be like torture.
No, shelled.
I thought the same thing, and then I tried them, and I was like, all right, yeah.
My mom used to make them for me all the time as a kid. And then I
make
told
'em
Jen
for you
about it,
now.
and then she got the recipe from my mom, and she makes them for me now. Instead, like, for my birthday, I get made those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's not a cake person, right? So, but it literally is just a standard chocolate chip cookie recipe, and you just substitute the chocolate chips with
For
Smarties,
Smarties, and you put it in fucking...
like half a cup of sunflower seeds.
and
Interesting.
they're so good. Like, don't
They're
put
really
salted, you put non-salted.
Yeah, not unsalted.
Okay.
Yeah, unsalted butter. Like, don't make them salty, but
But, like, they have that little, like...
it gives it a
crunch
bit of, like,
in
a
there,
kind of a
and you get like that
crunchy, yeah.
taste of sunflower seed with everything else.
It's
It's
really
so
nice.
good.
Interesting.
It is nice.
It's a very different taste, and I've grown to love it.
Yeah, you love them.
Other cookies I like are none, because that's the best.
I mean, give me a pack of Oreos and I'll eat the
Oh
crap
yeah,
out of
like
it.
you give me
Oh,
like.
if I got milk, like,
Okay, I'm sorry. My
I'm a
addiction,
big dicker,
right
not
now.
big dicker, big dipper.
My biggest addiction right now is
The mini eggs.
mini egg Chips Ahoy.
Oh, okay.
Rainbow
Yep.
chip.
Yeah.
And then Oreo is cinnamon bun Oreos. Like, yo, fucking those are the bomb.
Damn.
If I buy those, it sits beside me. It's empty in like 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck, where'd they go?
Yeah.
In my belly.
Oreos are definitely classic.
So good.
So let's go to ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ooh,
Yep.
ice cream.
Ripken, let her rip.
All right. Well, okay. First of all, I got to send a big shout out now that I live in the OTT,
The OTT,
the Ottawa,
not the TO.
there is a place out there which I cannot recommend enough, and I'm pretty sure it's in other places like Quebec. I just know it's not out here.
Yeah.
Apparently it used to be, but it didn't do well, which amazes the hell out of me, and they had to close. It's called Chocolat Favori, not a sponsor.
Yet.
But oh my god, what they do with ice cream is amazing. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
basically, you pick your ice cream, and they don't have many. Like, usually they only have like 4 or 5
Yeah, a
flavors to
couple,
choose. It's
yeah.
always soft serve, so I always just get vanilla, and then they put a layer of chocolate. Like,
Oh,
not like,
shit.
and it's flavored chocolate, it's milk chocolate, it's dark chocolate,
Whatever
it's
you
whatever
want, yeah.
chocolate you want, and they like pour that shit on. If you
Oh,
have a
nice.
cone, they just dip it.
Yeah.
But I don't do cones. I can do cones, but I prefer a
I
cup.
love a cone like in the hard dip chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Chocolat Favori, if you're ever in the area, they do ice cream proper. But, like, if I'm talking just, like, store-bought or, like, Baskin-Robbins, like a plain ice cream joint, I gotta go cookies and cream. And that's the same with chocolate bars. I'm just a big cookies and cream guy. I also love chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yep.
I could talk about ice cream for hours. I mean,
Me
plain
too.
chocolate is also dope. I mean, when I was a kid, it was all about the Super Kid. You know, the colorful one.
Yes.
yeah,
Or
Laura
Laura
Secord.
Yep.
Yep.
Or just like a plain bubble gum with the bubble gum that didn't even last 3
Yeah,
seconds.
they had like actual chunks of bubble gum
Yeah.
within. Like, I always went for that or the Super Kid. The Super Kid kind of tastes like cotton candy,
A little
Exactly.
bit,
yeah.
and then the bubble gum obviously
With
tastes like
bubble
bubble
Yeah.
gum.
But that always scared me because you'd end up swallowing it, and then they say like you're not supposed to swallow gum. So
Yeah, you're not
I was
supposed to
always
digest
so
Whatever,
scared
I
was
make
gonna
the
die.
exception.
Okay, ice cream. I guess it's me next. Chocolate chip cookie dough, or cookies and cream, and then obviously cotton candy. Because
You're
I
big
have-
for the peanut butter.
Sometimes, yeah. I like something with a peanut butter in it, but I like cotton candy too. I mean, I have it tattooed on me, so that's fine.
Nice.
Also, because it's Zim's favorite. But yeah, for me, usually it's either like an Oreo. If I'm going to Dairy Queen, it's like Oreo Blizzard or cookies. Or,
Or not Zim.
chocolate chip
Jen
cookie
straight up
dough.
has a tattoo of an ice cream cone on her.
with ice cream headache face. Yeah,
Brain freeze.
he got brain freeze, man. He cute.
I myself like to go a little bit adventurous.
Yeah, you are adventurous with your
Okay.
ice cream.
Like I like a pistachio.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's good too, though. I love that green
Pistachio ice cream is fucking
bomb.
bomb.
Yep.
Tiger tail.
Oh, not a fan. 'cause
Okay.
black
Orange
licorice.
sherbet and black licorice.
Yeah.
Again, we used to go to a burger joint with my grandma.
And they had it there.
They had tiger tail there. It was like an old school greasy fucking spoon.
That's my mom's favorite too.
And then they would have tiger tail ice cream there. So we order our dinner, and this is the one time I get to eat dessert beforehand. Because it was only 5 minutes away from the house, so I eat my ice cream on the way back and then eat dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
So fucking good.
Rainbow sherbet is pretty badass.
I'm not a big
I'm
sherbet
not a big
guy.
sherbet person
No?
either. I
Besides
find it's
the
got a
orange
weird,
sherbet.
like it's good, but it has a different texture, and I just don't fuck
It
with
melts
it.
so fast when you put it in your mouth. It's like it's not creamy. You can't really like.
Yeah, it's more. It just tastes more like I don't know. Like this is gonna sound gross, but it tastes
ice.
like freezer burnt. Like that freeze. No, not like taste like
I get
freezer
it.
burnt, but when you know when
I
you
get
put
it.
something
Yeah.
freezer burnt in your mouth and you feel that, like that's what sherbet
That's
feels like to
sherbet.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sherbet
I get
to
it.
me. Just to me, that's
Yeah.
all. To each their own.
And like Neapolitan, did everyone have that in their fridge as a kid growing
Yeah, of
up?
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
The
ever
3
just
flavors.
scrape all the one?
Always.
flavor?
course.
So in our house, the strawberry was always left, but we worked out because it was my dad's favorite. But yeah, I would always empty the vanilla because I don't like chocolate ice cream.
Oh, no. See, I'd save the vanilla for last.
Oh, vanilla's my
Yeah.
fucking
See, I was a
Plain ice cream,
chaotic
vanilla's
evil.
my favorite.
I
You
would
go
go
all three?
across.
yeah.
Like, I
Just
want-
this.
But again, that's what you're technically. That's the point.
That is
Like,
what they want, I
That's
think,
the
yeah.
point. Like when my parents
But
would
then
give
my,
it to us,
my
they'd
brother
go
and sister
across.
got pissed because like
They don't. They just want one.
You're
side.
merging them.
yeah
Your color is the pink, Steven.
because I put who's Steven?
You.
But I would go across the top like
Yeah, to get all
I'd
three
make
flavors.
I meant the whole top.
Yeah.
And, like just mix everything
It
together.
mixes
Like
it all
fuck
together,
everyone.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
my ice
yeah.
cream now.
It'd be even funnier if you just went in with a spoon and like just stirred it
stir
all
it
Then
up
you
and
can get it
put
in like
back.
the 4-liter tubs that they used to
Yes.
sell.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's how I bought it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
love
how
the
we used to buy ice cream all the time because you have a family, right?
I love the ones at Walmart, the big $5
Yeah.
tubs. It doesn't even say ice cream on it. It's
Yeah.
like iced milk or
Yeah, iced
something
milk,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
If you can see the
Frozen ice
face I
melt.
just gave Ripken right now.
Oh, next time you're at Walmart, read it. Like
It's
it
the
doesn't say-
equivalent of purple stuff in the Sunny D commercials.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Purple stuff. Ooh,
But
give me
it's
the
still
Sunny D. The orange stuff.
Yeah, it's still good though. I'll give you that. That frozen ice milk is still good.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me-
Hook me up.
Is donuts considered?
Oh fuck yeah, donuts a dessert
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a honey cruller guy.
Honey cruller.
Apple fritter.
or eclairs. You love eclairs.
Oh, a nice eclair. Like, ooh.
But you can't really find them anywhere anymore.
No, but you can at good bakeries.
yes, at like actual
Like,
bakeries,
it's
yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
a submarine sandwich that's made out of a donut. Instead of meat, it's whipped cream
Yeah, and chocolate on
and
top.
chocolate on top of the donut.
Yeah.
Like, so fucking delicious.
Yeah. People are drooling right now, or at least we hope.
Oh.
I am.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
I
They're
really,
delicious.
Yeah.
I really want like an old school eclair.
I know.
I like. I like the basics. You know, vanilla dip
Yeah.
with the sprinkles, chocolate
Now,
dip, maple
the
dip,
important question about the vanilla dip, and I have this argument with everybody.
long sprinkles.
Thank you. Yes, me too. Round
No
sprinkles,
circle
don't
sprinkles.
want nothing to do
Yep,
with it.
I knew that was the
Yep,
question.
good.
Circle sprinkles
Yep.
suck,
They
man.
do suck. They hurt your teeth.
Yeah.
Kick rocks.
Yeah, they kick rocks, exactly. Garbage.
Get out of here,
Danny would
coffee
say.
time.
Yeah. But Tim Hortons has gone
They've
to
been doing
the
that
circle
recently.
sprinkles recently,
Oh, really?
too. Yeah, I've been giving up the vanilla dips there because not happy.
Yeah, so we had a place in Whitby called Crave Donuts.
Yes.
That place with
Yeah.
a massive lineup all the
Yes,
time.
I mean that just tells you everything
we
about
drove
it.
past there
yeah.
one day and I was like, what the fuck? Because we used to live right across the street from that plaza. So we're like, what the fuck
It's like
is this line?
it's almost like it's a Boxing Day sale every
Yeah.
day. The way that there's a lineup waiting for it to open.
But
They
it's
have-
only open for like a
We've
couple
talked about
hours
before
on
on
a
the
couple
show.
days.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I mean,
But yeah, I've never tried any of those like crazy donuts.
No,
You know,
same.
like straight up maple bacon.
Yeah,
on
I've
I
never
top.
have
tried.
tried a maple bacon. I wasn't a fan,
I
which
heard
is
it's
weird
not so
because
good, yeah.
I like both maple and bacon.
Yeah.
But
I heard it. My brother had maple bacon butter tarts and he said they were not good.
yeah, see, give me them separately. Give me a maple donut with bacon on
Bacon
the
on the
side.
Yeah, exactly, right. For me, I'm like you. Like I like the plain kind of, but sour cream glaze. That's my fucking go-to. I
Okay.
don't fuck with. Oh, so good, so
Interesting
good.
choice.
Sour cream, old lady donuts. Either that or old fashioned plain. Like I'm such an old lady
Wow.
with donuts. Yeah,
So dry.
I love it though. I like plain dry shit. Tastes like nothing.
Yeah, they've gotten crazy with donuts these days.
Yeah.
Like these specialty donut shops,
Oh,
they're
it's
popping up
insane.
everywhere. They're very popular, it seems.
Yeah, we get donuts that look like it's insane.
And
Good for
that's,
those places.
it's funny because my work actually brings in a lot of them from like
cakes.
one of those
Oh,
specialty
okay,
places. And
yeah.
I still like look through the box and I'm like, nope, just give me the plain
Yeah.
pink icing vanilla dip.
Yeah, plain
Like-
donut. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want these crazy things.
Exactly.
Well, a
yeah.
lot of them are like
Is that a
fruit-filled.
Venus de
bleh.
Milo?
What other kind of desserts?
I mean, now you got to get into the specialties, and I hate to bring up creme brulee because Gerald spilled
so
his.
good.
And don't think I don't see you eating that off the floor.
Oh, so good.
So good.
I don't think I've ever actually had one.
It's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
The creme brulee is good.
I am a big fan.
The roll torch to the top of that
Yeah.
and shit.
And
I
then,
guess other. What about squares? Like Rice Krispie squares, date squares,
Enamel
brownies,
bars?
Enamel bars.
That's a Canadian
Okay.
thing, the Namba bars.
Yeah.
They're gross.
They're
not bad.
They're not terrible,
They're not
but I'm
horrible.
not a fan. Like it's if it's on a dessert tray, it's the last one I'll pick. But I will eat it if there's nothing else.
So I got one again, Mom's recipe that she's pawned off on the family friend, just like her chocolate
Yeah,
chip
love it.
cookies. It's chocolate drops, and I know that they probably go by a lot of different
of
names,
course,
but
yeah.
we call them chocolate drops, and they're like the coconut shavings, the chocolate.
What do I call them?
I can't remember what else
Shit.
is in it, but I just know they're. And I'm not a big coconut guy
Yeah.
by any means, but
What's that fucking called? There's a name for the coconut and stuff.
I don't know what it's called though.
Damn it!
they look like a bird's nest.
Yes.
If anything. So
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, like No, it's not Snickerdoodle. That's
No,
something
no,
else.
no.
I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
so
about.
I mean, again, it would probably help if I knew the rest of the ingredients that were in it. I just know it's mostly chocolate and coconut, and it is delicious. Even if you're not a big you can barely taste the coconut. Like it's mostly a chocolate thing for sure.
Yeah.
I know my mom also makes these like similar to that, but with like corn flakes and a bunch of. And my brother loves the crap out of it. My mom is big on
cherry
the
on
Christmas
top?
baking.
My mom. So's my mom. Yeah.
No cherry.
Yeah, my mom
But-
makes those same kind of cornflake cookies.
she
put
and
the
my
cherry
dad
on
put a
top.
cherry
Oh, okay.
Because it's my grandma's recipe.
Okay.
For me, I love a blonde brownie with chocolate chips in it. Fuck yeah.
I'll take anything with
You know
chocolate
what?
chips,
Like,
feel
I like brownies, but I really like a blonde brownie. Like, way better than I like
So
a
you're
normal
blondes, eh?
I am naturally
Aren't
a
they called
blonde.
blondies too? Like,
Yeah, blondies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a
Yeah.
blonde brownie. Yeah, those are fucking bomb. I love Rice Krispie Squares, or like my mom too makes these like chewy Rice Krispie Squares that are really, really good. Or
So I watch a lot of like the baking shows
Yes,
on the
so
Food
do I.
Network, like the holiday
yeah, me too.
baking
yeah.
championships and the Halloween baking
Halloween ones are the
championships.
best.
Yeah, and it's just funny how I watch these and I'm like,
I wouldn't eat half the shit.
my fiance. Yeah, exactly. My fiance sitting next to me like, ooh, I'd try that. And
That's
there's
how we
me
are,
just
and I'm
like,
like,
I
no.
just want to see what it looks like
Yeah.
in the end. Like I
So
don't.
you'd be like, I'd eat that, or like, especially like, not so much the dessert ones, because I'm like, okay, like desserts, again, a lot of them I wouldn't eat because they have like fruit and shit that I don't want to fuck with, but he's not a big dessert person, but when we watch the food ones, he's like, oh yeah, that'd be good, and I'm like, I wouldn't eat one fucking thing on here.
They
like,
get crazy technical too.
yeah.
And it's even worse because you know they're going to get thrown like a twist halfway through.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I know you've already started your recipe,
But
but
change it.
yeah, now throw in like walnuts or
You have to add this, or
Give
like,
Yeah.
me more nuts.
yeah, I love those baking shows. So I love
Yeah.
to bake, honestly. Like I don't do it as much as I used to, but I really do enjoy baking. I like
I
making
do
cakes.
too. It's
I
just
like
so
making
messy.
squares. Yeah, it is, but that's for me. It's a space issue. My kitchen's very small right now, and you need a lot of you need a table or a nice big counter to
Yeah.
do really a lot of baking. But yeah, I like to make cakes. I like to make cookies, stuff like that. I like to decorate cookies and stuff.
We'll have to try and go on to Nailed It.
Dude, we totally should. I think I'd do all right, man. Except, they don't give you nearly enough time.
No,
By the
none
time
of those
the
shows
time
do
is
now.
out, I wouldn't have even thought of what I wanted to do. Because takes me forever. I'm very
I would just start
indecisive.
throwing shit in a bowl.
Yeah, you'd have to, but I'm
Macaroons.
Oh, you're
Yes.
like my mom's macaroons.
Yes.
You should have just said the
It's
things
taking
your mom makes.
15 minutes later.
It's taking me that long for my brain.
So my mom makes
Brain to
those every year
process.
too. Like I don't know why you didn't just say those things your mom
Yes.
makes.
Thank you.
No, the Coke. You should have figured that coconut chocolate
I honestly
macaroon.
thought that's what you were talking about, but I wasn't.
Chocolate
No, I've
drops
been running through
macaroons,
all
yeah.
sorts of different names
My
in
mom
my
makes those
mind.
every year, and they're a
I'm
family
just sitting here
favorite.
blank faced like
Doesn't even know.
macaroons.
So I didn't even know until maybe 10 years ago when I started watching all these baking shows that those weren't actually what macaroons were. Like, I didn't know, like, macarons are, like, like, in my mind,
Yeah.
what my mom made were always macaroons. Like,
Yeah.
so when somebody was like, oh, I brought macaroons, I was like, I opened it and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I was shocked.
Where's the coconut and chocolate?
I was just, and I'm the same as you. I fucking hate coconut, but with those, you can't taste it. Like,
Yeah.
they're so
I've never
good.
tried those either, actually, though, is the macaroons.
I'm not a
or
big fan.
macarons
Macarons.
or-
Macarons.
Macarons.
The fancy looking. They
I am-
do look good.
But the-
like,
It's a weird
It seems
texture that
dry.
it's a
I have
dry,
tried
but
some.
it's a crunchy. It's really weird. I'm not a fan.
Our friend Mikey's wife Sarah made
Yeah,
some,
she made
Oh,
some.
okay.
Yeah.
and Mikey gave me some, and they're good.
But they're
But
just
they're
not.
so like they're very airy,
yes,
like
yes, very airy.
interesting.
It's
not
just a
really
different-
my thing.
They
Yeah.
like every time I saw them in like a store or something, I'm like, oh man, those always
They're
look so
fucking
good.
expensive
Like,
as
oh,
fuck,
yeah, they're
Yeah.
fancy as hell.
No, they are. Yeah,
They're
for
fancy as
sure.
hell. Yeah, for sure.
$70?
Well, not that expensive, but like a thing of like 10 is like over $20 usually. Like
Wow,
you go to
Jesus,
fucking Longo's or some shit. It's like $25 for 10 of these goddamn things.
fucking baked goods, man.
Oh, so good. What else do I love? I love a good custard. Like anything with custard, fucking hook me up. Those custard tart things, whatever those are called, I could live off those things.
Oh, see, I could do a custard.
I live for custard. It's
Yeah.
so fucking good. But it's got to be properly like made. It can't be. You can't fuck with it. If it's not right, no, it's disgusting. But
So I have a funny story. High school, it was technically cooking class, but I guess they cut it out cooking
Yeah.
and baking.
This wasn't
It was
on
like
a
good
bus,
mix.
right?
That was grade 8. And that's funny because I thought of that recently.
that's true.
It was written about in the grade 8 yearbook, peeing in the bathroom over a big bump. Enough said. No, so this is like grade 9, grade 10. I just met one of my good friends. The teacher literally called us Stew and Pid. So that way he could call us together. And like he did it jokingly,
Yeah.
like he wasn't an asshole or anything. But like he did it because literally every class we pretty much skipped the class so we could go and do the dishes for the lunch lady because she would reward us.
Yeah, she'd hook you
with
up,
egg
yeah.
salad sandwiches, which like I wasn't even a big fan of. I think I just liked doing the dish machine.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually physically doing the dishes; it was just loading them
Yo,
up.
my
and
mom
pushing
would
them.
be the exact same. That's what my mom did.
Exactly. Yeah, his mom was like the lunch lady. Yeah.
So one day we are doing baking class, and the thing was chocolate pudding. So we actually are participating in class. We're making our
skin.
Dude, it was even worse than
Oh,
that.
no.
I don't know where we went wrong. Like, I don't know if we did something wrong in the recipe, or I don't know if we just literally grabbed, like, a filthy-ass pot that had not been cleaned. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But all I know is when it was on the stove, everything looked fine at first, and we're stirring it, and then all of a sudden we're noticing these disgusting chunks.
Ugh.
And literally we're looking at each other like this does not look right, dude. Like, where did we go
Something's
wrong?
wrong,
Like, did
yeah.
we grab a dirty pot? Like, this is like whatever was in there before.
Chicken
So-
soup.
What sucked is the teacher had to try it, right? Like, he
of
had
course.
to.
Yeah,
Like,
it's his
that's
job,
it's
yeah.
part of the.
Yeah, it's your job, buddy.
So naturally, the name Stu and Pid came back up that day.
Yeah, for
Clearly,
sure.
he's like, whatever. Like, he just loved that we attempted it at
Yeah,
least.
at least you tried. Yeah.
So we're like, well, like, what do we do with this? Like, do we just throw it out? And then there was this guy in this class, total fucking scuzzball. Like, like we called them. I hate to admit it, but we thought he was homeless. We called him the homeless kid. Like, I'm so sorry if somehow you're listening to this. I don't even remember his name. Like,
Sorry, homeless
but
kid.
if you know who you are, I'm so.
This could be your Adam Sandler moment.
He,
He says sorry, he checks your name off the list, puts some lipstick on.
it saves my life at some point.
Yeah, and it shoots another guy.
So, like, he, without hesitation, he was like, yo, I'll eat that. And he downed the whole
Nice, good
thing,
for him.
man. Like, so, I mean, it couldn't have been that bad. But, like, yeah, he ate the whole thing. Another kind of joke story, not as funny as that. Like, that was
Homeless
definitely our
kid
best
liked
story.
it?
I guess. No, honestly,
I
we
should've passed.
we
Homeless
left
kid
class
ate it.
with that exactly,
Yeah.
with that exact mentality. We're like, well, fucking someone ate it. Like, we like
Obviously, it was edible.
couldn't have been that bad, but
Oh my
yeah,
God.
terrible chocolate. We don't know where we went wrong, what we did. But another funny story is, like, because we did not, like, pay attention because we were so busy just doing the dishes every day to get egg salad
Yeah.
sandwiches, we had a big project in the baking part, which was, like, do a gingerbread house. So, like, literally, like, it was like a thing that was, like, supposed to be planned months in
Yeah, you're
advance.
supposed to make
He's
the
like, I want
gingerbread,
blueprints. I want to see, like, the architectural
Yeah.
plans for your
God.
gingerbread houses. So, literally,
Did
like,
you go to Walmart and buy a box?
no. Oh, no, we had to, like, make it all.
To make it all yourself
yeah.
and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
No.
you're a teenager
Nope.
yourself. Did you go to
We
Walmart?
totally blanked on it, like, to the point where we didn't even know it was a project
Oh,
because
no.
we weren't paying
Hey,
attention.
Mom! Mom, I need gingerbread house.
Yeah. So the day of like baking the thing, he tells us, it's like, all right, we're going in, like, I need everyone's plans, and then we'll go. And we're like, oh fuck. So like on the spot, we drew a trailer park, not a trailer park, but like one trailer.
Yeah.
You know, just this crude drawing of a trailer, you know, a tree in front of it, and like a person peeing in the snow. And literally, we took it up to him, and he fucking laughs, and he's like, all right, let's see it.
Oh my God! You're like,
And
no.
so we went in and built, and like it turned out great, much better than the pudding.
Nice.
Like, I think there was a point where we went to like ice the ceiling onto the trailer, and like we were like way off with our measurements and cutting, but like we made it work. And like we were like, we've never been so proud of ourselves. At the end of the day, we're like, in one day we did what took people 2 months
Yep.
to like
Plan
do up.
and-
Got an A, and
Hell yeah.
I mean, we passed the class. Stu and Pid made it through
Fuck yeah.
baking. Andrew, we did it, buddy.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
funny. I had to make a pie, and then they made me try it, and it was apple. And I don't want to fucking
Oh.
eat this. And then I got in trouble because I didn't want to eat it. And I was like, I'm not eating it. I don't eat
Yeah.
fucking apple pie. Gross.
Unfortunately, that was like my downfall in Australia. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
I in Australia it's weird, and I can't believe that they did this, but they do it a lot. If you want a job, you don't really get an interview. You get like a trial run,
Oh yeah,
and they'll make you work for sometimes up to like a week,
Yeah.
and like without paying you.
before they decide if they hire you.
So yeah, so I did my trial at this restaurant that my buddy had like gotten me the trial at as like a short order cook, but that was my downfall because like as much as I loved to cook,
You don't
I
wanna
didn't
try
want
it.
to eat it.
Yep,
And
exactly.
they were all about that. They were like, "All right, we'll try it and see if it's good." And I was like, in my head immediately, I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like
know
this.
it's not
So
gonna be
like,
good.
I don't know what you
Exactly.
want to. And they're like, so like, I'm eating stuff like like butter chicken and like I know a lot of stuff that like I'm
That
a very
most people
picky
would
eater
like,
that
yeah.
most people like, but like
As
it's
a
not
picky
me.
eater, though, yeah, it sucks.
And like curried stuff, and I'm
Ugh,
like,
I'd die.
and he's like, so what do you think? You think it needs more salt? And I'm like, I don't fucking
I don't even know what it's supposed
like,
to taste like, homie. Like,
Exactly.
I've never eaten this in my life.
So that was my huge downfall for
Yeah.
that job. Like, even if I was good at it, I wouldn't have known because
I know. I always thought
wasn't
about
good at
that,
it.
like, because I don't like to actually cook. I like to bake, but I was like, imagine like being a cook because you always
Yeah.
see them on like trying everything.
Yeah.
Because again, how are you supposed to know if it tastes good if you don't try it?
Yeah, and like, what if you're allergic to something and
Yeah.
you want to be a cook? Like,
Yeah. Or, but like you said, like people like us, picky fucking eaters.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying half this shit. Even with baking too, it's like you want me to make a butter tart with raisins? Ew, I'm not eating that. Like fuck that. Try it. No, gross.
is it good? I don't fucking know. That's
Doesn't
why we
fucking
sell
tell
it.
you.
Like,
Yeah, like if I pick the raisins out, it's delicious. Fuck
I just
that.
know to stay away from puddings now. Like,
Pudding skin, I want nothing to fuck with.
making sure the pot I'm using is
Oh,
clean.
that's still so fucking gross. Like, yeah, it must have been dirty. I'm telling you.
I couldn't.
Because there's no other reason it should have like.
We thought maybe we had like burnt part of it, and like it was
Yeah,
like
that
burnt chunks
kinda
coming up,
stuck
but
together.
it got bad. Like,
Exactly right. Like, the fucking gross.
fuck, definitely failed the chocolate pudding.
Chocolate pudding fail.
Damn it. So yeah, I always thought it was so weird that they did that. Like,
Yeah, that
it's
is
almost
strange.
cruel. Like,
It is, like-
it's an easy way to get free labor out of
I was
someone
just
for like
about
a
to say
week,
that,
and
yeah.
then like imagine you just have a busy week coming up. You're like, let's just give some
Yeah.
people some trials, like,
Trials, yeah, we don't have to pay them.
and then you've wasted a week with no pay just
Reminds
to be told
me of you
no.
in that Greek place
Oh yeah,
where you worked for like a week and then they
it
were
wasn't
like
Greek.
later.
It was shawarma.
Shawarma, sorry, my bad. I was thinking it was Greek, this place.
Yeah, they're like, you know how to stack chicken? Yeah, I can figure it out. Okay, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Like, we don't want you here.
Because I think he was a white guy.
We didn't like your uncertainty about stacking chicken.
Well, it's crazy how they do that. The big spits and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it is crazy
Yeah.
how they do shawarma, yeah.
I can figure that shit out.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
you're the
just-
chicken master, man.
You're just putting chicken onto a massive skewer.
Yeah,
Or pork or beef. Or,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, not really pork, but like beef or.
We
chicken.
should create a dessert shawarma.
Oh shit!
fuck.
It'd
Yeah.
be like trifle.
I mean, sorta. I mean, yeah, because wouldn't it be like a wrap, sort of, like
Yeah.
a dessert wrap?
Yeah.
But we'd have to have something spinning around.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, of
like
course,
your
that's the
cake
appeal.
inside.
Yeah.
Just custard. Just-
No, like, that would be your, like, if you're setting it kind of like a trifle, that would be your cake part.
Cake would be good.
Like,
yeah,
you can have
because
a
then you
chocolate,
saw
a
off some
vanilla.
cake pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Birthday cake.
Cake burritos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cake burritos.
Yeah.
That could be a thing.
And then, like, rather
Oh,
than
put, like,
dressing,
a
you
little
get
bit
like
of-
an icing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
icing and some
Yeah.
sparkles.
And then
Yeah.
the wrap
Sprinkles.
could be
Sorry,
like,
I call them sparkles.
like the stuff that they, what's that shit called? Oh, I can't
Crepes?
remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Like a sweet crepe.
Oh,
Yeah.
craps.
No, crepes. It's an E, not an A.
Crepape.
Crepes. Crepes are so good.
Yeah, they're quite delicious.
I fucking love them.
Yeah, I had one with a Mars bar inside.
Oh,
and,
that
like,
would be
heated it
good.
up. Yeah, it was good.
That would be
So I think it's something we should look into. Patent pending. There, you all heard it here first. Patent pending.
dessert crepes. PP. Bad pending.
Crepe shawarma.
Crepe what?
Cake chunks. And,
Oh, it'd be so fucking good. Yeah, you could pick your
Oh.
icing.
yeah, exactly.
Different sauces too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
do you want,
chocolate.
like a cherry,
yeah,
strawberry.
cherry, strawberry, caramel. Oh, delicious.
Put some nuts on there. You got some salty nuts.
You could have like a fruit section
Not
if you
ours.
wanted, like, yeah, not us, but for those people who wanted fruit. in there.
Raisins.
Ew.
Quit ruining our idea.
Yeah, you're making it disgusting. We're just thinking cake and icing and crepes, okay? You're
I'm
making
making
it
it
worse.
better.
Making it worse. Call it plain Jane dessert crepes.
I like it.
Me too.
Shall we open the random box?
Sure, do we have a question?
Let's open it.
Let's see.
See what's in it if we open it.
Let's open the.
Okay, well, it's not dessert related.
But that's okay.
That's okay. I mean, we got to get off track somehow
It's a
here.
random
I'm
box.
surprised we
so-
stayed on track as long as we did.
Yeah,
You know what
absolutely.
though? When we're talking about fucking desserts, like
Yeah.
I don't go off track. I'm just like food. Feed this girl.
So I mean, this is a big one. It's probably a tough one. What if you had to change your name?
Oh,
What would your new name be, and why would you choose that name?
Goobs.
actually, I know exactly. What it I know exactly what it would be, and it's the
Okay.
shittiest name ever. But I would change it to Elizabeth, so that Goobs could always be like Elizabeth when he was calling me.
That is a good reason.
I hate the name Elizabeth, but for that reason right there, I would do it because
That
every
is
time
a good reason.
Elizabeth.
it makes me laugh so much every time.
Oh, you're the cream of the crop, Elizabeth.
See?
Yep.
How he calls me Elizabeth.
And then I get mad at you and call you Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth. I like it,
Nice.
so I'm going with
Good
that.
choice. Good choice.
I'd have to go with, like, if my name's Steve, like,
Yeah, it's a very common
Yeah.
without
plain.
being Goobs, as everyone
Yeah.
knows me as, Steve is a very plain name.
Yes.
Like, I want to be
Very
like
well known.
Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Okay.
Like, I want a little bit mystique to my name, you know? Like, oh, that's
Little
Eduardo.
potency.
Eduardo Gibsky. Was this guy fucking Spanish?
But you have to get
Ukrainian?
mad when people try and call you Ed or...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Only
You slap
Eduardo.
Yeah, that's when you break
a
out the
glove.
baby powder. No, baby
Okay.
powder.
Okay.
Put it on the back of your hand and you bitch smack the shit out of that person.
It's Eduardo!
Don't call me Ed.
You will refer to me by my full name.
Thank God I don't have two other brothers, Ed, and Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a classic. I'm gonna say right off the bat, it's very porn star. But I mean, you and I have grown very fond over the years of playing the WWE 2K games.
Yes, we have.
And my go-to create a character was always Reggie Dynamo.
Reggie Dynamo. Fuck yes.
So I mean, that's just
I love
it.
it.
Just screams action.
So would I be Steve aside?
Now I will say, if not for the Elizabeth factor, I would pick Autumn. I love the name Autumn, and
Okay.
it's not something
Autumn's
that
a good
people,
name.
not
Yeah.
something that people could short form. It was supposed to be my name if
Aut?
I was born. Yeah, but who would want to be called Aut? I'd fucking punch somebody. You call me Tum and see what happens, but you probably get punched for that too.
Tum Tum, you kick
Yeah.
one in the nuts. That's what happens
Yeah,
on 3 Ninjas.
exactly.
Great movie.
But yeah, that was going to be my name if I was born in October, but since I wasn't,
Did
They
you
started
guys
doing
have a name, like, or sorry, I guess should I say, did your parents have a name for you ready if you came out the opposite sex? Yep, so did I.
100%, that would be Tabitha.
So, okay, Tabitha, nice.
I don't know what mine was if I was the opposite, but like I said, I know that it was going to be autumn if I was born in the fall. I know my
Okay.
mom was literally like laying in bed giving birth, watching Days of Our Lives, and she liked the character Jennifer, so that's why she picked that name. But if I know for my brother, because he was born in April, like my parents are weird. His name would have been April if he was a girl,
Interesting.
and my name would have been Autumn if I was born in the fall. Like fucking so
And,
weird.
Parents of those people.
Yeah.
If my granddad didn't step in, my name would have been Bam Bam.
Yes.
Really?
I wish it would have been like Bam Bam.
My mom was 17 when she
Yeah,
had
she
me.
was very
Okay.
young. Yeah, so
She loved Flintstones,
Flintstones,
and
yeah.
smoking marijuana.
I wish they
and
would, and mushrooms. I wish they would have fucking let her call you Bam Bam.
So I would have been Bam Bam Gibsky. Like
That's
I'd be-
amazing.
I'd be
Actually, you would have been Bam Bam Rumble.
Bam Bam Rumble. Yeah, that was my
Very
original.
porn
Yeah,
star.
how awesome, right? Imagine being this is my husband, Bam Bam. Don't fuck with Bam Bam over here.
That
Yo,
is great.
like if you're at a party or something, like, hey Bam Bam, like people are gonna look like,
Yeah,
oh,
oh,
shit,
shit.
like I'm not fucking with that guy. His name's Bam Bam.
Especially because you're a big
Walking around
dude,
with a
too.
wooden club, like...
No, I grab you by your hand and go Bam Bam
Yeah.
Bam Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it'd be so good. Yeah, but
So-
I can't remember what mine was.
So if I was born a girl, my dad's name was Ron, so my name was going to be Veronica.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
And then they could have called you
Yeah.
Ronnie.
exactly.
That's adorable.
So now I'm actually at the point where if I have a girl
Are you gonna name her
later,
Veronica?
I would
I
so that
love
I
it.
can call her Ronnie. That's funny
adorable.
that you. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's so cute. And then for Zim, did we have a name picked if he was a girl? No, because we knew he was going to be a boy. I don't think we picked a girl name.
No.
I wanted to name him Mary Jane if he was a girl, but you were like, fuck
Yeah.
no, because that's like all. I was thinking Spider-Man, he was thinking weed, but you know.
That's
You
weird.
were
My mind
thinking weird.
immediately
I was
went to
thinking
the
weed,
Scooby Doo movie for
There
some
you
reason,
Go, yeah. There you go.
where Shaggy meets the girl named Mary Jane,
Yeah.
and they're like subtly pointing out that yes, this is a stoner
Yeah.
that you've been watching since your childhood.
Exactly.
Yoinks!
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
because both of us have, like, I mean, obviously my name's Jennifer and his is Steve. They're like the most popular boy and girl names of the year we were born. So
If we
Yeah.
ever have twins, I want to name them Peter
Peter and Parker, yeah.
and or Luke and Leia.
or Mary and Jane, but I don't get my way.
Those are all three really great choices.
Right?
To be
Yeah.
honest.
Luke and Leia would have been adorable if they were boy and girl, but
As long as they don't kiss.
yeah, ugh. They would be aware that they were
Damn you,
siblings
George
from the
Lucas.
beginning. They weren't aware they were siblings at that time. So can we really blame them? I don't know.
So if I do have a boy, I mean, again, I haven't talked this over with the fiance. Who knows if kids are even in the picture? But I know I've thought it over, and I do sort of want to take a page out of your book with Sim's middle names. The first name that I would want is Grayson.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so-
love
This
that
is a
name.
good name.
Yeah, definitely not. The first name of the Grayson character.
Yeah, not Dick.
I wouldn't do that to little Dick. But
Well, Richard.
No, we're gonna call him Richard.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
true,
Then we
yeah.
just call him a little dick.
Fuck you, Richard, you
so
little dick.
so Grayson, I thought would be,
I love that
would be a
name.
good
I
first name.
love
yeah.
that name.
So I know
Grayson's
I've thought it over. I don't know what her thoughts are, but hopefully I get to
her thoughts don't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly.
She just carry it, give birth to it.
drug her up, doctor.
Yeah,
Get her as
exactly.
drugged as you can until we
right.
get the birth certificate signed.
Damn right.
You just write the name on there quick and sign it.
Because that's the thing, the woman does. Like, I even said to Steve, because there was a point where Steve was like, I don't know if we should name him Zim. Like, that's kind of, a little out there. Like, is he going to be embarrassed about that later in his life kind of thing? And I'm like,
goodness,
listen,
yeah.
he's coming out of my body. I'm naming whatever the fuck I want. His name is Zim Bruce Wayne, and that's how it's going to be.
It's like a fucking Digimon or Pokemon. You just name it whatever you want.
Set nickname.
Where do we go to pay $1,000 to change
Yeah,
it?
can I change his name?
I've raised this in my Pokebelly for quite some time.
But granted, we did give Zim 2 strong male middle names, so
Absolutely.
he could choose to go by either of those.
Bruce and or Wayne.
Yeah, he
Yep.
could choose to go by Bruce or Wayne if he's embarrassed by
I think
Zim.
he's good.
I think he's
I
good
think
too.
he's
He
good.
Hi, I'm
embraces
Bruce.
I'd be like, no, you're not. You're not a Bruce. He look. Although you'd never know what a Zim would look like. He looks like a Zim. It just suits him.
Bruce, you feel like would be born at like a 40-year-old
Yes,
man. Like,
exactly. Born old.
Hey, I'm Bruce.
Yeah. Aren't you like a week old?
Hey, I just came out of your vagina. My name's Bruce. Like,
Yeah.
Got
Hey,
some
Brucey.
Scotch whiskey? On the rocks, please.
Well, thank you, passengers, for joining us on this journey tonight. We talked about desserts quite a bit. My creme brulee is still over the fucking floor. I've been trying to eat it up.
Shade.
It's been way more than 5 seconds, Gerald.
Still tastes so good.
Thank you for listening, passengers. Be sure to follow us all on Twitter. I am Ripkin at RipkinWN, and I've been constantly getting my Instagram wrong, because apparently it's Seaburrows87 and not RipkinWN. So follow me on Instagram at
love it.
Seaburrows87, Twitter at RipkinWN.
Follow me at GoobsWN, and mine is right.
You
good,
can follow the
good.
show at The Derailers. Not that we update it, but we're still there.
It's there. Follow it.
I'll get a notice if you follow it.
Follow
so.
BadSecretMedia.com.
Yes.
It's also Patreon.
Yep.
Join that shit too.
Yeah, badsecretmedia.com on Patreon.
Don't forget to send your praises to the almighty Keanu Reeves.
Yes, Keanu!
Shout out to Keanu.
Yeah.
Have a good night, folks.
Keanu!